It's your boy Doberg. Stay tuned for another episode of Doberg's World coming at you now.
Doberg! They're making it hard. The system's so hard to survive. We need to survive it.
Yo, it's your boy Doberg. Yes, with another episode of Doberg's World. Yes, sir. This time I'm coming to you live with some shit that gonna be a little bit of personal shit. You feel me? Yes, sir. But first of all, let's get the preliminary bullshit up out the way. Yeah. We gotta laugh and fuck around and find out, you know what I'm saying? What? Yeah. Alright, anyways, enough of the bullshit, preliminary stuff on the way. Basically, if you haven't checked out the interviews I've done with Riddler Infinity and the Great Vishnu Express, go ahead and check that out on this YouTube channel. You can find it within this podcast series as well. Great interviews, great guys, great MCs, great artists. In fact, I just got done listening to another song by Riddler Infinity. The topic was amazing, and the flow and everything. By the way, him and Indigo Star, who we will be featuring on a interview at some point, hopefully rather soon than later. Yeah, feeling she is very fucking dope. All right, like bar skill level is insane, and as well as her delivery and everything else. So I feel like her and Riddler Infinity work really well together. I was really glad to have Riddler Infinity on the podcast with us, and I'm really hoping to make something work out for Indigo Star as well. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I just don't quite know when yet. But it's going to happen. You feel me? Now, of course, I couldn't do anything without you guys who listen and support me and stream my music, because you know I'm not the first artist to say it, and I ain't the last artist to say it, but without you, I ain't shit. Alright, that's just straight fact, you feel me? Now, on to some more shit. Something that's very hard for us artists who are independent and we don't have the tools necessarily that the industry has at hand, right? We have lives to live as well. So that means family. Some of us are married. Some of us have girlfriends. Some of us have boyfriends. Some of us have kids. Some of us have, jobs. 1, 2, 3 jobs. A lot of us have shit that we go out and we gotta do just to survive, because we are just like you. The only difference is we are entertainers as well, and some of y'all ain't, you know what I mean? And that's fine, that's Gucci. But the one thing is, y'all gotta understand that we human too, okay? Like, we are human too. We gotta go to the bathroom, take a shit. We gotta go to the bathroom, take a piss. We gotta do our checkups with the doctors. Alright, we age too. We gotta sleep. We gotta eat. We bleed the same blood, you feel me? So, with that being said, your boy Doberg is having a difficult time trying to manage between family life and music life and personal life and this and that and the other. And it's gotten to the point where it's become ridiculous. Now, I don't know if you follow other artists. I'm sure you do. Meaning, like, follow other artists. Like, we all have artists that we really like, right? Like, for me, some of the artists that I like that are, a little more popular than I, per se, would be like Hobson, Mercules, Tom McDonald, Mises. I kind of like Mises, shit like that. they all go through the same shit that we go through too. Alright, like Mercury's went on a little hiatus for a little bit. Hobson had to do some personal shit where he was like doing some other shit, took a break for a little bit. You know what I mean? Homie was talking about he even put a couple grand, a week or a couple grand a month to doing hypnotherapy, trying to get his mind right and shit. Because there's something about aging in life, and I guess they call it a midlife crisis, but really it's not a midlife crisis. What it is you're aging in life, and things are changing in life, and it's hard to keep up with it mentally and to evolve with it mentally, right? So you need to find time to have your spirituality, whether that be just meditation, whether that be gratitude, whether that be being out in nature, whether that be, religion, whatever. You got to find time to have your spirituality to cope with life. And you can be spiritual and atheist at the same time. You could be spiritual and theist at the same time. You could be spiritual and anything in betweenist at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true though. It's true. It's really true. So your boy Doberg, I don't talk about this much, but I've always been a believer in some form of a god. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's important that I keep in touch with my spirituality, and I've kind of lost that throughout the years. It's coming waves, it's coming gone and stuff, But there's definitely a difference between religion and spirituality, and DMX is one of the main artists, RIP to the big DMX, who kind of laid that out there, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between religion and tradition and spirituality. And for him, spirituality was the Bible and Christianity, you feel me? He kind of figured his spirituality out and when he was doing time, you know what I'm saying? So we all got things, right? Some other artists I know, they do things like listen to the Guru Sad Guru, with the he's a form of a Hindu, I guess you could say. A very spiritual kind of guy, kind of a spiritual guru guy, and people find him to be very helpful, and for me, I've had quite a few people that I followed on YouTube mainly and stuff like that, but the ironic thing is, and I don't know if it's just because the times we live in or what, but most of them are dying. A lot of them tend to be Christian philosophers. And it's sad because these are people that I kind of followed. And come to find out in like the last 10 years, a lot of them are dropping like flies, which is crazy. It's crazy. So, the reason why I'm bringing this all up to tie it up is that you got to manage your life as an artist, okay? I'm talking to myself as well as to my fellow independent artists out there, as well as you as the audience, to let y'all know that like we as independent artists and shit are doing everything ourselves, literally everything ourselves, and whatever else we gotta like get help with, we're paying for. Like some of these songs, which I have a new release coming out, by the way, and I'm not talking about Water Plum, and I'm not talking about A Lonely Only Child, but we also have Sleeping on Me, which I haven't even mentioned yet. But that shit's done. And that shit's gonna be put up. I just haven't put it up yet because I want to space my shit out. Because April 1st, we have Water Plum dropping on all platforms. And if y'all ain't know, that was inspired by Hobson's track, No Words. And it's a satire about the mumble rap that we've seen like develop throughout the years. And then you have Only Lonely Child, which is based on some real life shit. Some of y'all can relate, some of y'all can't. That's fine. That shit's gonna release, I believe, May 1st. And then Sleeping on Me, I'm going to probably release that at some point this summer. And I'm continuing to work on tracks because in the event that, let's say, shit comes up and I'm unable to do music or whatever, for whatever reason, I'll have material on deck. Because that's something that you need to know as an artist as well, is even if you don't have time for the shit all the time, you gotta have material all the time on deck ready to roll, right? So we're getting past the 10-minute mark here. Just letting y'all know we're human. I've been struggling with managing life and music and everything in between. I'm getting older. Something about getting older and just like realizing where the fuck the time goes and shit like that. It's weird. You know, a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol for relief of that mental instability. You know what I'm saying? And some people, you know, need medications. Some people, you know, need religion and spirituality. But the bottom line is we all need some kind of spirituality. Because in my mind, we're all spiritual beings to some degree. You feel me? And I could go on and on and on and on about that. But I was watching this video the other day, right? And this young kid, I don't know, he was a teenager or something. He was explaining the difference between dimensions in the sense of, you know, a piece of paper is a 2D, two-dimensional thing. Now, if you lived in a two-dimensional thing, what he was saying basically is your life would basically be left and right all the time. Or if the dimension was up and down, it would be up and down, right? There would not be no 3D in a 2D world. All you know is 2D stuff, right? But in a 3D world, you can see 2D stuff and 3D stuff. So he was saying, what if we're in a 3D, meaning three-dimensional world, that's within like a fourth dimension or a fifth dimension and a sixth dimension. And so those things that are in the fourth dimension or the fifth dimension and the sixth dimension and so on and so forth can see within the 3D dimension because our senses are limited. Okay, we're limited to this 3D and this 2D type stuff. We can't get past 3D. Now, people have supernatural experiences, so what if that's something from the fourth dimension? You know, the things that are in the 4D interacting with the things that are in the 3D. Just like you and I can interact with the 2D by pieces of paper, right? It's a good example. You can create 2D things on a piece of paper. It ain't hard. Now that 2D thing is not going to be able to see a 3D world. But us being in a 3D, we can see a 2D thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty unique. It was pretty cool. It was pretty eye-opening and shit. So yeah, that just goes to show that we may not know all that we know within our limited abilities, for lack of a better term. So I don't know. This is my rant. This is your boy Doberg. Y'all find that shit funny, but it's true. Doberg. And before I leave y'all, I just want you to know, like I said, Water Plum is dropping April 1st, April Fool's Day. And it's actually perfect timing because that sounds fucking hilarious. You can actually go check it out now on SoundCloud. May 1st is going to be Lonely Only Child, which is basically me just kind of expressing myself as a only child growing up and what it was like and being lonely and shit. And you can check that out on SoundCloud right now as well. and that's releasing May 1st. And also we have this dope ass track that got produced professionally. Okay, we got the art. Shout out to Vishnu Express on the art. Sleeping on Me. It's a short little sweet piece that's pretty fucking dope. And y'all gonna like that when I release it. And y'all gonna hear more about it in these episodes to come. So, until then, y'all stay blessed. Thanks for sticking it out, you feel me? There's a lot of people on social media that just kind of dip when you're on a hiatus and got shit going on, they leave. But to y'all who've been staying, and y'all who be listening, y'all are who I appreciate the most. I take one legit fan over 1 million half-ass fans, you feel me? Now, I'm not saying I don't like half-ass fans. I love y'all. I love all y'all. Even those that hate, because y'all make me great. You know what I'm saying? Make me greater. Because you inspire me to be better. If you hating on me, of course I'm going to take that shit and want to inspire to be better. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, if I have one of y'all just listening to my shit all the time, that one person, y'all everything to me. You know what I mean? And you who are listening, you know who you are. So till next time, it's your boy, Doberg.